Hello and welcome to We Ain't Found Sith, issue 52, coming at you live from Miami, Florida. My name is Evan. I am your host. Joining me as always, my co-host Pedro,
Yeah.
and the guy who's making sure that all the tech stuff is working, producer Fungus.
Yoga Fire.
No buttons.
Yeah. So if you have been keeping up with us over the last couple of weeks, we've been doing our own TV tournament. Just going in, and we've been kind of a little bit of controversy, but we have been doing our own selections, what we deem out of the shows that were on the list, the best TV show. And I think we're going to be finishing up our tournament tonight, right, Gus?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's our list, motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. It's our list. Next year we'll have an expanded list. We may or may not bring in people to help on the voting, especially with Pedro not watching TV.
Mhm.
Well, maybe we won't do TV. Maybe we'll do something else.
Maybe we'll do movies. Maybe we'll do
Yeah.
video games. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But certainly the possibilities are endless. But tonight we will be ending our tournament because we got to spend our COVID stimulus checks, right?
That's right. I haven't even gotten mine.
I haven't either.
You guys haven't gotten yours?
No.
I opened up my bank account this morning. It was right there.
Nice, nice. A lot of people that didn't get them.
Yeah, a little direct deposit, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think before we jump into the finals here, in the final 3 rounds, I believe we got left.
Yep.
What's been going on with you guys since last we spoke?
I don't know, man. I'm still working, bro.
You're working 2 jobs. You're doing Lemon City and all of that.
That's
Pedro,
true.
did you beat Final Fantasy remake yet?
No, actually, I was playing. I got like not halfway through. I got a couple hours in, and then I felt like I should beat the original because I never beat the original. I only got to the last boss, and then I wanted to get the side quests, and I just kind of forgot about it. But
Did you still have your save game?
no, I just bought it on PSN, and I just beat it again. I remember how to do everything. I just wanted to beat it. So right now I'm just trying to 100% the game, and I'm like at the very end.
Okay.
Noise.
And then I'm gonna go back and play the remake again because it's a little different. There's a little bits of things that are different, but like majority of it is like it's true to form. It's like exactly the same.
Okay. Well, I have never played it, and I never had a PlayStation when that game was out, and it was like the rage. So I never actually played the game, but I have, and I don't have a PlayStation now, so I haven't been playing the remake. But I have been watching gameplay online, and I gotta say, I mean, it looks impressive as all hell, man.
And now you're eating all your bullshit words that you were saying last episode. How it's like the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's completely different.
Well, I've got no frame of reference, so I don't know if it's the same thing or
It's
not.
completely different. Back in the day, it was menu systems and turn-based action, and this is like you hit buttons and things happen.
All right.
That sounds more fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I will say, like for me, the gameplay looks a bit like intimidating with the whole. It's an action scrolling type game where you're going through and you're fighting, but then you're also switching characters and asking characters to do things, and I mean, it looks intimidating as all hell.
That's the cool thing about these old school RPGs is that you have to. I constantly compare it to chess. You constantly have to be thinking about what the other players on the board are doing. You know what I mean? And this one even more so because everything's live. So like while one is executing an attack, you could swap to the other one, so you could attack on top of his attack, and you could just like keep swapping like that, and you just have to be aware of everything that every one of your characters are doing. It's fun.
All right.
I mean,
tax on tax on tax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we have anybody in the chat? I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any comments coming through. Are we just the 3 of us alone on an island?
Nobody has commented yet. We do have some viewers though.
Okay.
should go ahead and knock out the fuck. Oh no, we're already at the Sweet 16s. Never mind. I was gonna say do the TV shows right now.
Well, I mean, where do you guys want to go first?
No, we should do it in order. It's the Sweet 16s.
I mean, we don't really have too much of an order, so let's just go Sweet 16 round.
Fuck it. Let's start with game show because
start with game show. All right. First matchup, game show.
No, Louis. It says your name now.
There we go. So, guys, first matchup: Guts versus Jeopardy.
Easy peasy. I've only seen one. Guts. Do you have it?
I'm gonna go Jeopardy.
Ooh, you're gonna make me the deciding vote, huh?
Yes, sir.
Listen, Guts was great for what it was, a kid's version of American Gladiators. And a precursor to American Ninja Warrior, if you ask me. Oh. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Jeopardy's been around forever. And, God damn it, Jeopardy is
wait, before you make a decision. Is there an Astro Crag in fucking Jeopardy? I don't think so, bro.
Keep your trophies to yourself, bro. I'll take the cash prize instead.
Think wisely.
I'm voting Jeopardy.
Woo! Oh, you guys are whack. Yes, Louis, we see your comments.
Jeopardy advances.
This is meta as fuck. Louis just texted me to see if his comments are coming in.
Yep, we're getting his comments. All right,
because there's a slight delay.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it is? That or are they watching from the beginning of the stream and they're not watching live?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's move on. Next one is Double Dare versus Family Feud.
All right, I'm gonna have to go Double Dare.
Okay, Pedro, any opinions?
I'm gonna have to say Family Feud because of Charlie Day and the Sunny Gang was on the show.
Oh,
I also have never seen Family Feud solely because of Sunny.
Well, I'm sorry to Family Feud. Family Feud is a classic, but if I got to choose between these two, I'm choosing Double Dare.
Ooh.
All right.
Good answer. Right. Good answer.
Right? Good answer.
Yeah. Let's go right down the board.
Let's do it.
And let's go. And you know what? We haven't gone diagonal.
You want to go diagonal?
Let's go diagonal.
You want a scissor?
Well, we have to leave comedies and dramas because we got the biggest hitters there. Let's do cartoons now.
Let's do cartoons.
Even though I already see the winner.
All right. Dragon Ball Z.
Oh boy.
Versus Batman the Animated Series.
Woo.
Go ahead, Lopes.
And in a wider sense, it's the entire Dragon Ball series. I mean, because Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball versus Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Batman Adventures, Justice League Unlimited.
It's a tough one.
Not for me, it's not. I vote Batman.
For me, it is, man, because Batman was great, but I only loved Batman. I didn't like the Justice League stuff. I only liked the Batman stuff.
Well, I'm going Dragon Ball Z, baby, so it's all on you.
Oh, shit.
The pressure's on, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's over 9,000, some might say.
It is. Shit. Nah, fuck it. I'm going Batman. I can't do that to Batman, bro. I can't do it to Batman. I can't do it to Batman.
Wow.
Batman was too perfect.
I was not expecting that.
That was delayed. That was like when you're watching Dragon Ball Z and it takes forever to get to the good part.
Yeah. That was 12 episodes worth of fighting just to get to like one sentence of an introduction.
I feel wrong for doing that, but God damn it. Dragon Ball was so fucking sick though.
It was.
Right. Our next matchup here is Ren and Stimpy versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh. Damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to
like
go.
I don't like this category. This is hurting my soul.
Yeah, man. I think this one has more good ones than the other ones.
Yeah. This
Oh,
one's just
man.
too hard, man. I feel really bad about knocking Dragon Ball out. Dragon Ball really kind of
Oh,
morphed who I am.
hey, man, it happens in every tournament.
This was the group of death, they call it.
Shit. What do I pick?
I mean, look, I'm gonna just jump right in there. I'm gonna say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All right.
Gus?
You know what? I'm also gonna go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. I'm going TMNT also.
Yeah, I have a costume.
All
Nah,
right.
but I'm going TMNT just because from when I was a kid up until now, still a fan. Like,
Mm-hmm.
still actually watch the cartoons whenever
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen the new one, the Rise of the Ninja. I haven't seen that, but like
Oh,
the
me either.
2012
But
one,
they're still
really good.
relevant too. They're still relevant.
Exactly, they're still relevant,
You know, Ren and
and
Stimpy's.
it's
When's the
more of
last
a
time?
cult thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to go next? Comedy or drama?
Louis wants you to remember all of
Oh,
your
I did. It's
Teenage
delayed.
Mutant Ninja Turtle
He
memories.
hasn't gotten my reaction yet.
Shout out to
let's
Louis.
let's go to dramas now.
All right, dramas. Game of Thrones versus the Marvel Netflix series.
Oh, we're just skipping the one on top, huh?
Oh, we'll get
That's the
there
clear
after.
winner. Yeah. No, we got it. I get it. Again, I'm going only Daredevil. Daredevil beats Game of Thrones for me.
All right, Gus.
I'm gonna go Game of Thrones just because it was great for such a long time. The ending was terrible, but Iron Fist in the Marvel series was
Weak,
yeah,
weak
weak,
to say the least. Yeah.
weak sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that 8-1 thick sauce shit.
Hmm.
So it's up to me.
Yeah.
It
All right.
is.
So I have been saying how much I hate Game of Thrones for ending the way that it ended and ruining the ending of it. And up
Hmm.
until now, I don't think I've voted for Game of Thrones in anything.
Wait.
So you
Before
would
you make your
Uh-huh.
decision,
so you would
remember
think
the end.
so you would think that this would be an easy decision for me. And quite honestly, if this was Game of Thrones versus Mad Men, if this was Game of Thrones versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer, uh, it would definitely be an easy decision for me. But as we've stated, Marvel also had some misses with that was Netflix series. So the real question for me is Daredevil, Luke Cage, and The Punisher, which I think are the only three series of those series that I actually enjoyed, better than Game of Thrones.
Just think of the last season of Daredevil. That last interaction with Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that.
I know.
Remember that.
There is something that Game of Thrones has that
And
the
then
Netflix series doesn't
remember that
have.
Cersei got crushed by rocks. Just remember that. Just remember that.
Wait a minute. I want to hear what Game of Thrones has that the Marvel series doesn't have, because all I can think of is nudity.
That's pretty much what they have. That the question is, are boobies enough to defeat Daredevil? And in the comic books, boobies always defeat Daredevil, but in this tournament they do not. So the Marvel Netflix series advance.
Yeah! Daredevil, baby. That was a great show.
All right. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Louis wants to know if I would eat a bowl of delicious ice cream with a little poop on top. Pretty sure I've done that. Pretty sure.
Wait a minute. Like mammal poop or like insect poop?
Oh, you didn't
Because like I
specify.
feel like there's insect poop in everything.
Oh,
Like I'm sure there's like some like larva, unhatched larva or some shit like that in every food item.
I don't know
But
about
but I mean, Like if we're talking about like a fresh poop, then I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I mean, unless you count like honey. Right? Isn't honey like bee poop?
Is it
I think they puke. It out.
technically?
Oh, they puke it out.
Yeah, I don't think they have buttholes.
I have no idea. I'm not a scientist.
Guys, I really feel bad about Dragon Ball.
Marco,
Okay, I saw his follow up.
there you go. Marco's upset that X-Men lost.
I can't wait. It hurts. It hurts.
That sounds so bad when you do that.
Oh, really? Oh, I
Yeah,
can't tell.
What was that? I don't even. I just heard like
No,
anime music.
That was
That's
Dragon
the
Ball.
Dragon Ball Z music.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's when you watch it in Japanese.
okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
No? Oh man,
That's why you don't like it.
You've never
That
lived.
explains it. That explains
Yeah.
it.
noob.
Well, I mean, Toonami showed it in English. What do you want? All right. Our final matchup of the drama category in the Sweet 16: Stranger Things versus Breaking Bad. And I mean, this is an easy one for me. I'm going Breaking Bad.
I mean, I haven't even seen Breaking Bad. I think I should vote for Breaking Bad, but I'm going to go for Stranger Things just because I'm biased.
That and you want to put Gus in the decider seat.
I mean, it's not really
Yeah.
a decision. It's considered the best show ever made. So
I'm gonna go for Breaking Bad. I mean, it's just that show is it is the peak of the golden age of TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Speaking of which, is anybody watching Better Call Saul?
No, I've never got into Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul is just as good as Breaking Bad. And I'll be honest, I think the episode on Monday night is, I think, one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen.
Damn.
The villain that they brought in this season is such a, oh, he's so good, and I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. I'm sure he's done other stuff, but like I just immediately I was like, oh man, who is this guy? He's amazing because
Oh
he
man.
just plays this great like blend of psycho and fun that it's incredible. But
Alright. Let's get some viewer reactions here. Luis says that Pedro should have voted for Dragon Ball Z, and he is such a Krillin. Not
I
sure what
know.
that means,
No, but I can't
I
vote for
agree.
GBZ over Batman. That's the thing. I just feel bad about GBZ being knocked out. That's what hurts.
Well, all right. Marco says that Goku in Japanese is horrible.
It is. It's pretty bad.
It's good. Yeah,
It sounds really bad.
yeah, but I feel like that's
It's
a
endearing.
very anime kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a woman. You know that, right? A woman
Oh,
plays
yeah.
Goku. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so funny because he has like such a soft voice, and he's whomping on boys. He's whomping on motherfuckers.
And then Marco says that he watched Better Call Saul. It was depressing but good.
I'm not sure what episode he's seen or what if he's watching the whole thing, because I don't find the show depressing. Then again, when you compare it to like The Walking Dead, it's nothing's as depressing as The Walking Dead.
Oh, The Walking Dead is trash.
Yeah.
What's a more depressing show, The Walking Dead or Black Mirror?
Black Mirror. Black Mirror should have been in this.
Oh, that's true. We didn't have.
We dropped the
Black
ball.
Mirror should have been in this. Twilight Zone should have been in this. There's a lot of stuff that could have gone into this that didn't go because, we threw this together kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Louis saying Better Call Saul is great, but it's no Breaking Bad. Well, Louis, it's not over yet, and I would argue that Breaking Bad wasn't Breaking Bad until like season 3. Season 3, season 4. That's when Breaking Bad became like, oh my god. And I think with this week's episode of Better Call Saul, I think we've hit that point in the show, which is hard to do when you consider the fact that you know where the story with the main character is going. The only thing that it kind of keeps you a little bit is that the first episode of every season, the first like 10 minutes of that episode is like where Saul is now. After the whole like they got him out of Albuquerque and Breaking Bad.
Okay.
No, Louis, Breaking Bad was not great from day one. I saw that, and the first season was like it wasn't until like you were done with the season that you were like, I think I saw something good. That first season kind of was like, I'm not sure what this is. It was still finding its footing. It just that in the context of the entire show, you look back on it and go, oh wow, this is amazing.
Well, I think that's because they knew that they were going to go about the character development aspect of the show correctly, and you can't do that in a few episodes.
No, it is a slow burn.
Yeah.
By
the way, do you think Alf should have been in this tournament?
Listen, Alf is a huge part of my childhood.
How's my Alf?
Your Alf is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. It's not exactly there, but I know what you're doing.
All right, I like it.
You hit me with a hey Willie.
Hey Willie.
There we go. Yeah, I could tell you practiced that one in the shower. Yeah. You know what else is missing from this is the Muppets.
The Muppets.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta represent the Muppet Show.
Yeah,
but
man.
we've been vamping enough here. Let's finish off the Sweet 16.
Let's do it.
I want to save it. I'm gonna save it for Pedro's for later. First matchup, Seinfeld versus Chappelle Show.
Okay.
All
right. I love Seinfeld.
Gus, you've decided a few. You go first.
All right. I love Seinfeld. It's
Gus's Sonny.
It's one of the all times. It's one of the all time greatest TV shows, and it's carried over into Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know, it's kind of the same thing, and I love Curb. But Chappelle Show molded me, man. That show molded me as a person. As weird as that sounds.
That's not a good thing to flaunt, bro.
Yeah.
All right,
bitch.
Pedro, you want to go next?
I'm going Chappelle. It's unanimous. Bro. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not unanimous.
Wow.
We don't. I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
Listen, nothing but love for Seinfeld.
Exactly. But it is unanimous. I know this shit. I told you.
It is unanimous.
How are you going to beat Chappelle? I don't think anything's
sorry.
Chappelle.
Chappelle Show is
greatest of all
not
time.
only is it a classic, but it was groundbreaking. It was risky. I mean, Chappelle Show was everything.
Listen, I vote with my heart. All right, if you got Prince, anything Prince related in your skits, I'm going to vote for that.
Oh man! So Chappelle moves on.
Chappelle moves on, knocks out Seinfeld. Not the upset that I think everyone would have thought. I believe Chappelle Show was a 3 seed going into this.
Louis makes a good point. Seinfeld did change TV though,
but so did Chappelle Show.
Yeah. Chappelle changed what's acceptable comedy on TV. That's true. Because we didn't have that borderline inappropriate shit on TV until Chappelle came out.
Seinfeld changed TV, and then you got rid of the formulaic portion of it. Like Seinfeld was definitely not the formula, but Chappelle Show. I mean, how many skits on that show have entered like the pop culture lexicon?
Oh, and countless.
I still don't stand behind what you said last episode that every skit was gold. I remember there being a bunch of duds, but the ones that were good weren't just good; they were fucking groundbreaking.
I can't think of any duds off the top of my head.
The thing is because they're bad. You probably think of them as duds because you're comparing them to like the black white supremacists. Like that's just
no.
Nothing can compare to those skits, and they were on a different level, But then you could probably do if the first season of Chappelle Show was all of the duds, it would be a great season.
No,
and then the next season
that good, man.
Amazing.
The duds
I haven't watched it in a while. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I would tune in that was on Comedy Central, right? Back
Yeah.
in the day. Yeah, I remember when I would tune in. I remember majority of the skits were fucking amazing, but there would be like one or two that were just like, that's all right. But
Yeah,
like majority of the time, it was fucking. That's why no one remembers the bad ones. Everyone remembers the good one because the good ones were so fucking good that who cares if he missed? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm just wondering what you think is a dud.
Yeah.
Because like
Bad.
all I can remember is the good stuff. Like
Of
even the
course.
stuff that's
How are you
not
gonna remember bad stuff?
like even the stuff that wasn't like all that great, like going around to like the barber shop with John Mayer, like playing
Mhm.
music and
Oh,
all
that
that.
was fucking awesome. The
Yeah.
musical stuff with him, John Mayer, with the Questlove,
Yeah.
all that shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
No, but he had like, I remember there was one where he was like a reporter, and he was like the white reporter, and he was just like
Oh, yeah.
he was just reporting about stuff that was happening, current events, and it wasn't that funny. It was okay. The funniest thing about it was that he was pretending to be white. That was like the funniest thing. But then like right after, you'll have Charlie Murphy talking about Prince, and like, goddamn, how are you gonna remember the fucking the reporter guy when you have Charlie Murphy being meeting Prince and shit? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Mario here points out that the last season of Chappelle's show, after he had already left the show, that those episodes sucked. But that's
Even
I
then, I
don't
don't
Those
think
were
they
B
sucked.
rolls. Those don't count. Those weren't what he wanted to put out.
But even then, I
Yeah.
think there was some decent stuff that was
Mhm.
Didn't the reparations sketch come out of that season?
maybe.
The whole thing with Donnell Rollins, I'm rich,
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh no, that's from season 1.
That's from season 1.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know there was the other Charlie Murphy story.
The Rick James.
No, that was season 1 also. Because I think they did season 1 Rick James, season 2 Prince.
You know what?
I
I
think
don't
so.
want to talk. I don't want to just reminisce on bad shit about Chappelle. Chappelle's fantastic.
Louis
What's
says
your
that
favorite?
Why not?
skit?
Louis says I proved Pedro's point. I'm not sure what point that was. That I don't remember the bad stuff or whatever.
That's a good thing. If you don't
I don't
remember
know.
bad stuff, that's a good thing. What's your favorite?
My favorite Chappelle show sketch?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. I don't know. Black white supremacist
Well,
was great.
let's get rid of the obvious ones. What
Okay.
we can't pick black white supremacist.
Okay.
We can't pick the Prince or Rick James because those are just those are memes. Those aren't episodes anymore.
That's true.
What else do we have to eliminate from this?
I mean, you could just say your favorite. You don't have to eliminate any of them. My
Well,
favorite was the racial draft. That shit was
the
so
racial draft
yeah.
was funny.
on
The
point.
racial draft was great. The Wu-Tang Financial. Remember that?
For Fabio Bonds, son.
I love the haters ball.
Oh,
Oh,
haters
the
balls.
player haters ball. The player haters ball. Yep. Here we go. The mad real world. That was
Mad
great.
Oh
Real
yeah, the dude fucking his girlfriend.
And he's jerking off, crying.
the fucking
So good, man.
the one keeping it real goes wrong.
When keeping it real goes wrong. Oh
Black
yeah.
Bush.
Bro,
There's
yeah.
so many good ones, man. It was so
Yeah,
many
Trading
good ones.
spouses says
Trading
Mario.
spouses.
Oh.
Which one was? This one's actually wasn't that good, except for like the gag at the end. The black and white milk guy.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was that? I
The
forget the name
N-word.
of that
The
skit.
N-word family.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot the name of that sketch. Yeah, that one was that one was just super
That was like,
inappropriate.
whoa. Yeah.
the what if the internet was a mall?
Oh, that
Oh,
one
that's
is good.
right. Yeah.
Want to increase the size of your penis? Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
These damn
Oh, man.
pop-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
was
so
just
Chappelle, man, Chappelle.
That was just
Chappelle
too
is yeah.
Yeah.
But a sweet farewell to Seinfeld. You went a long way. You didn't go all the way.
Yep.
Anyways, that's gonna bring us up to our final matchup in the comedy section of the Sweet 16 round. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia versus Saturday Night Live.
Oh boy. Oof. This is easy sauce for me. So
All right, if it's easy for you, let me hear it.
Oh, I'm going SNL. Fuck that. I'm going Always Sunny, baby. You don't got Charlie Day in
You-
SNL.
Did you almost slip up there?
No.
Oh
With a
man!
fast one.
All right.
All right. I'm going. I'm going SNL.
You going SNL?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Pedro. I'm sorry. I'm going SNL also.
You guys are choosing SNL over Always Sunny in
I'm
Philadelphia.
choosing SNL
Are
over
you
It's Always
crazy?
My formidable years, dude.
Damn, that's some cold-blooded shit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Got robbed, though. Always Sunny is better. Always Sunny is 13 season
Listen,
in. Hit after hit. Every season is great.
It may have a better hitting percentage than SNL does, but it's SNL, man. I'm sorry, it's SNL. It's got a huge history. It's got just a
Blasphemy.
ton of movies under its belt based off of its properties.
Yeah.
It's a juggernaut, man.
Not only
Did you
that,
guys-
Even the chat disagree with you fools. Look at that
Well,
shit.
well, Marco wrote SNL, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did,
We're not looking at that.
Did any of you guys see Saturday's episode? The Stay at Home
did.
SNL?
No.
I did.
They did a decent job for being as limited as they were.
Were they all at home?
They were all at home.
Holy shit! How the fuck did they do that?
Zoom, baby.
Yeah, they did the opening with the Tom Hanks intro, where there was Tom Hanks from his house, and he's like,
Oh,
and then he even does like we can even do the whole Q&A thing, and then like they just cut footage of like him being in like costume and like asking himself questions.
yeah. All right.
Then there was there was Pete Davidson did a parody Drake song. And
Nice.
like he filmed the music video for it.
He loves fucking with Drake.
Yeah. Then there was like they did a whole sketch that was like a Zoom meeting.
Louis says it's SNL. Sounds like Call Me Talk to Me.
Oh,
Okay.
That's whatever. That's what he's up to. But yeah, they did like a Zoom meeting thing where like
It's a democratic socialism, Louis. God.
But yeah, they did a decent job, man. They got some good stuff in there. They did the weekend update. That was Colin from his house and Michael Che from his from his own. Like they were from. It was fun. They pulled it off, and plus it was good to have an episode of SNL on Saturday night again. Not have to be, Obviously they did their. They did like a parody of like I guess all these like YouTube videos or whatever that have been coming out of like celebrities, and they did one with like Carol Baskin. Just like learn how to ride. Oh, it was masterclass. Learn how to ride bike with Carol Baskin or something.
Oh God. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. And then let's move on. Let's finish off the game show category here.
So he got robbed, guys.
Jeopardy versus Double Dare.
I'm gonna go Jeopardy, man.
All right.
I'm going Double Dare because I've never seen Jeopardy.
All right. You guys put the ball in my court.
Yep.
Oh man.
March Madness, bro. Let's see who's gonna get into the Final Four.
I mean, we're talking about who's the better show. I mean, the better show is
not
Jeopardy.
what we're talking about. It's which one do you prefer? Man?
But if we're going with my heart,
yeah.
Ooh.
And I love Jeopardy, man. And the Jeopardy's won me, a ton of free beers whenever I do those trivia contests and those, all those trivia contests at the beard that were Jeopardy format.
True.
I owe a lot to Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I still to this day want to do a physical challenge. That Double Dare is my childhood. Yeah. And I think on nostalgia alone, Double Dare is beating Jeopardy.
Oof. There you go. Write it in, bro. Are you gonna write it in, or are you still on the fence?
I'm writing it in.
All right. There you go. Double Dare makes it into the Final Four. No double Jeopardy today.
Yeah. And you know what? We're not even going to scroll down. We're going to jump right back across. And we're going to go. Oh, and we're going to go SNL.
Oh, just taking the anticipation out, right?
Versus
I mean, this
Chappelle
is
Show.
now that Sonny's out. This is easy.
Yeah. SNL versus Chappelle Show.
Wait, with
Oh,
that
man.
same logic that you dickheads picked over SNL over Always Sunny, how do you justify this then?
Well, Chappelle was also my formidable years. That shit came out of my early 20s, bro. I told you. That's Chappelle shaped me as a human being.
Right, but okay, that doesn't make sense. But okay,
Of course, makes perfect sense.
Look,
Man.
I'm not going with anything about formative years and all that. For me, I'm just not a fan of Always Sunny. I mean,
Alright.
I'll be honest. Always Sunny wouldn't have made it out of the first round for me, and I don't think I voted for it in any of the single previous times.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. And
What do you have here though? SNL or Chappelle Show?
oh man, two juggernauts. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the guy that's batting 800 over the guy that's batting 300.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go with Chappelle Show.
Nice. I like this the sports analogy, man.
Yeah.
so you're going Jimi Hendrix over. Fuck, I can't think of another great guitarist.
I'm going Jimi Hendrix over Eric Clapton.
Or Eric Clapton. That's a perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going
Yep.
Jimi Hendrix over Eric Clapton.
Nice.
That's right, man.
Nice.
Jimmy
gone
had a
with
smaller body of work, but it was all stellar. Eric Clapton's been around forever, but not everything's been that great.
Only
True
he
that.
lived longer, I guess.
True that.
Mhm.
Here, Mario says that somewhere in the world, Mark Summers just got a boner.
Nice. I'm glad I could give
Did
that.
you guys
to him.
end up watching that video with Mark Summers and Ryan? What's his name?
Man, it's just I can't watch long things. After like, good thing I just can't. I do like fucking 3 shows a week, dude. I don't have time. for this.
I still think that shit was staged.
You
Yeah,
think it was staged?
I tried to play it like 3 times and then I got distracted.
I don't
I
think
still.
that shit was staged.
I mean, just randomly out of nowhere, they had like all the stuff for them to like do that. Like I'm pretty sure that was
Okay, it took them forever to get the towel one, and like halfway through the entire thing is when they got the pies out to de-escalate the situation. Those guys were fucking not cool with each other.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'll have to watch it again.
But as typical boys, after they fucking scrapped it out a little bit, they were hugging it out like, yeah, okay, I guess you're not that bad, bro.
I love it.
Yeah. It was what it was, man. Just
Testosterone.
testosterone all over the fucking place.
Good times.
Mhm. But yeah, man, I'm going with Chappelle Show, and
Nice.
I think I don't know. I think I'm solid with my decision. I'm not gonna.
I don't think anybody's not picking Chappelle. It's like
I love it.
even if it was Sonny over Chappelle, I think I'd have to pick Chappelle over Sonny.
Chappelle,
But I don't know how the fuck you guys pick SNL over Sonny. But yeah, Chappelle moves on, bro.
Let me ask you this: if it had been Chappelle versus Sonny, what would have been your choice?
Chappelle.
Oh, that's surprising.
So we end up with the same result anyway.
Yeah, but you can't knock out Sonny over SNL. That's just blasphemy.
All right. Let's move over into the drama category. And should I just write in Breaking Bad's name now?
Yeah. I'm voting Daredevil just because I haven't seen Breaking Bad, but that doesn't count.
Gus?
I'm gonna vote for Marvel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going Breaking Bad, man.
Yeah, me too. Breaking Bad. I think it's the no-brainer.
Yeah.
Which is gonna bring us to Batman the Animated Series versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You see, this is where my thought process took me, whether it was Dragon Ball versus Batman. Because if I went Dragon Ball, TMNT wins. But if I go Batman wins the whole fucking thing. So it's Batman. We're going Batman again, baby.
Ooh.
All right, Gus.
Bro. I'm a lean green fighting machine.
Oh, TMNT.
I think Gus is on the same boat as me and with all the other. I don't think he's ever seen Batman.
No, I have. I was a fan of Batman. I just wasn't in love with it. I was, but I watched it. Yeah, Batman was dope. But I'm
Okay.
going TMNT, baby.
All right.
Cowabunga.
So the ball's in my court. Again, man, two juggernauts of a show. I would definitely say that Batman, I think, has aged better.
You can't.
I can go back. I can watch Batman the Animated Series, and it's not like, oh God. Whereas going back and watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's like, wow, this was like real kind of childish and not really any real storytelling going on here.
Well, they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They don't age. They're always teenagers.
Yeah. And then, then there is the fact that the different incarnations of the turtles have, they've gotten some good ones, they've gotten some bad ones.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They have evolved because the 2003, I think it was, TMNT show was super mature compared to the 80s. The 80s was just a fucking radical cowabunga, tubular. That's all it was the entire time.
Hell yeah.
Not that I'm hating on it. I think that shit's dope as fuck,
I'm
but
into it.
it doesn't age well. But then again, I'm
gonna go surfing right now.
Batman just
Batman's
just too good.
The big difference for me, and the reason why I can consider the other DC shows when I think of Batman is because there kind of is a continuity that runs throughout the whole thing. Yeah, whereas every time TMNT has rebooted, they've kind of started fresh and killed off the previous continuity. Yeah. So when I think of TMNT, I just think of classic TMNT. And honestly, I think I have better memories of the video games and all the things that go around it, like the toys and all of that, than the actual show itself. So I got to go with Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, my heart.
Hey, you knew that's where it was going, man.
It was not an easy decision. I can tell you, I have more Ninja Turtle stuff in my closet right now than I do with Batman stuff.
Except for
the ooze.
Batman got that TV show. Batman got me into X-Men. It got me into Spider-Man, the TV show. It got me into Iron Man, the TV show. Batman did it for me. So.
Bro, I'm shell shocked.
Shell shock. Whoa, shell shock.
Oh God.
Yeah. So we are now down. We've whittled away the Elite Eight. Mm-hmm. We are now down to our final four.
Nice.
Just calling it back.
And I think I wanna break format a little bit.
Okay.
And I think instead of doing these two matchups that we see right in front of us, I'm gonna say I think we should let our listeners decide the matchup.
Oh shit! All right.
So you guys have been listening to us. You guys have kind of seen the way we've been voting. I'm gonna pick Chappelle's Show, and I want the commenters to tell us what matchup do you want to see Chappelle's Show go against. Do you want to see Chappelle's Show versus Double Dare versus Breaking Bad or versus Batman the Animated Series?
Nothing.
Well, there's a slight delay.
That's true. I keep forgetting.
Which while we wait on them, Gus, any particular matchup you think might be tougher than? Because I feel like Chappelle's Show versus Double Dare, that's an easy one.
Well, you have your.
He doesn't compare to anything on the board right now.
You have your adult bracket and your child's bracket if you put Chappelle versus Breaking Bad and Batman versus Double Dare.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Xiomara saying she wants to see Chappelle versus Breaking Bad. So does Louis. Mm-hmm. So does Marco.
Yeah, everybody wants the adult bracket versus the child bracket.
All right.
I think it's
so
that way.
So hey, they have spoken. We will deliver.
All right.
But we're not going to deliver on that one right away. Let's go first to Double Dare versus Batman the Animated Series.
Chala! Chala!
Hey, we're gonna get to that matchup, but let's go to the other matchup.
Entire life.
Yeah. All right, so we got Batman versus Double Dare.
Yeah,
So true.
yeah, Batman versus
Mhm.
Double Dare. I'm gonna say right now, Double Dare was fun, but I don't think it's got a ton of rewatchability. It's good to go back and like watch clips, but I can sit down, I can watch all of Batman the Animated Series all over again. So Batman's gonna win that matchup for me.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Batman.
All right.
Batman has stood the test of time, man.
I think somebody wants an encore, Pedro.
Dude, Dragon Ball had like it was so hype, man.
All right. And now the matchup that they were asking for. Chappelle Show versus Breaking Bad.
Ooh, here we go. I wanna know what I mean, I already know where Lopes is going this. He's never seen Breaking Bad, so
There you go.
so he's going Chappelle.
All
Where
right.
are you going, Evan?
You want my thoughts.
Let's count 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say ours.
Oh shit.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Chappelle.
Show.
Yeah, baby.
Listen, I love Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is, I think, one of probably the greatest shows of all time. It will be remembered as one of the greatest shows of all time, no matter what our little tournament says.
Agree.
But at the end of the day, if I'm doing some stuff, if I'm taking care of business, and I am gonna maybe have something on that can kind of be on in the background while I'm, maybe working on something or whatever, or just I'm feeling maybe I'm not in the greatest of moods and I just want something to make me laugh.
Yeah.
I'll go to Chappelle's Show. I cannot watch a
man.
single episode of Breaking Bad. The show is completely rewatchable and it is amazing. But if I'm gonna rewatch something from Breaking Bad, I'm gonna commit to rewatching the entire series. And sometimes you just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, this is the tournament of our opinions, but like, yeah, they're two completely different shows. That's the reason why I like comedies, is because you could do that with comedies. You could just turn it on and just be engulfed in whatever's happening on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With these dramas, it's very lore based. Like you have to like keep up with what's happening in the world, in their world, for you to care. So like, yeah, I totally get like the reasoning that you gave, but it's not something you could compare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I personally never seen Breaking Bad, so I have no fucking idea. But everything, Chappelle beats everything for me, just because, like I said, on each episode there were some duds, but the good stuff were so good that it's impossible not to walk away with it, away from like an episode not being like, damn, that was fucking dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
I
also
agree,
doesn't
man.
take you a whole week to watch Chappelle's Show, because Breaking Bad will.
All right.
There you
So
Everybody, all the comments say that we're lame, but I don't give a flying fuck. Chappelle all day, baby.
Yeah. And that's gonna bring us to our final matchup, the championship matchup. And goddamn it, I think it was pretty hard.
Mario makes a good point. He says here that the music at the end of Chappelle's Show was always fire, even if the skits sucked. It's true.
Which the skits never sucked. So
no, none of them sucked, but they weren't all like amazing. But like the music, always on point. I don't think
always
wasn't like the Commons freestyle, wasn't that put in his album? Didn't he put that in his album?
Yep.
From Chappelle's Show, right?
Yeah, he did.
It was that good. The musical performances of that show was so good that they even put it in their fucking album, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a fucking big deal.
All right.
You don't see that with SNL. I'm just throwing that one out there.
No, you don't. I'll be honest. I usually fast forward through the musical performances on SNL.
Ooh.
Ooh, cold-blooded. I do too.
I'll be honest, bro. With SNL, and it's something that I'm not proud that I do this, but with SNL, if I'm watching a skit and it starts to suck, I just fast forward to the end of the skit and move on to the next one.
Damn.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm a member of the YouTube generation.
Yeah.
If you don't think your premise is funny right from the get go, I'm not gonna stick around for like the 5 to 10 minutes that it's gonna run through, and I got other things to do.
If I'm watching TV, it's because I literally have nothing else to do.
Yeah, same here. If I'm watching TV and not playing a game, I just either tired of that game or I have nothing to do. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm find myself really only watching like the stuff that I record, and even then, I record everything so that I can like fast forward through commercials and things like that. Because that's, if you're watching an hour-long program with commercials, that's 17 minutes of commercials.
Oh yeah.
You know. Marco says he forgot to nominate Cobra Kai. That's an odd one because that show is so fresh and like
So
new
clean.
that, yeah, and like the fact that like it's hard to remember too because like it's been like 10 episode seasons. They're 20 something minutes each episode,
Yeah, I
and
only
then it's
saw
like
the
a
first
year
episode.
between seasons.
I only saw the pilot.
You saw the pilot?
Yeah, that's the only one I saw.
I've seen both seasons. Enjoyable show. I do like it. I didn't like the second season as much as the first, but it's an enjoyable show. Anyways, let's cut the crap. Let's get to this final matchup. Chappelle Show
Do it.
versus Batman the Animated Series.
Chappelle. I mean, come on. Not even close.
I got to
Okay.
think about this one. I actually have to think about
All
it.
right, I'm gonna vamp for a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Again, Batman the Animated Series. What can I say about this that I haven't said in the previous two rounds? Batman the Animated Series, like I said, totally rewatchable. Still holds up. The voice cast is just amazing. Has influenced whenever I'm reading a comic book. Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman. Mark Hamill's the voice of the Joker. They turned Mr. Freeze into a good character who had been basically a joke up until then.
Let me correct you there. They actually made him a character because before he was just like a side thing that was like an obstacle for Batman. They actually made him relatable in the show. It was amazing, dude.
Gave him an amazing backstory, and all of that. Chappelle Show, great for all the reasons that we've said up until now. Part of me does tend to wonder if Chappelle Show had kept on going. Okay, I didn't know Batman had those abilities. Marco says Batman changed him as a middle schooler, and I think we all went through some changes in middle school, but I don't think Batman was responsible for mine.
Me either.
Chappelle Show again. I mean, it was groundbreaking. It was revolutionary.
It had Prince.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go.
Hold on, we're gonna vote at the same time.
We're gonna vote at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you want to add any?
Yeah, I want to add some stuff. Chappelle gave us the black white supremacists, which is one of the greatest skits I've ever seen. Completely like game changing because that show was on fucking network television.
Yes.
You know what I mean? KKK was not. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was on cable. KKK was not something you would put on TV. You know what I mean? For people to laugh at. This guy made it okay to laugh at the whole mockery of it. And then from there, that's how we got the Boondocks. Boondocks used that same character formula. So I got to give it to Chappelle for that. But then we got Batman. We got Kevin Conroy. We got Mark Hamill. We got fucking stellar fucking storylines that made the comic books like way better after the fact. You know what I mean? After the TV show came out, the comics got better.
The invention of Harley Quinn.
The invention of Harley Quinn. That's right. And now Harley Quinn is like one of the best things. She has a fucking movie, guys. You know what I mean?
Harley freaking Quinn.
Not saying it was good, but I'm saying she's got a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the video games got better. All that, man. And how many seasons was it? It was 3 or 4, same amount as Chappelle, I think.
Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
The original one was, I believe, 3 seasons. My mind, I'm going over the DVD box covers right now in my head.
Louis correct. Batman was one of the first kid shows to treat kids like adults in a story.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fucking true. So this is tough, man. But
It may not have had like series long stories like later on when we got to like Justice League Unlimited, but there was some continuity. Like there was, you know, things that happened in episodes before, and they weren't ignored. Which I feel like with other cartoon shows of our childhood, a lot of that got like thrown by the wayside. And I was like, wait, but like last episode, you know, He-Man destroyed this guy. Why is he in this episode or whatever?
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, that's true. That's true. It was consecutive. Like, oh, and then it also
Continuity.
gave us movies.
Yeah.
Mask of the Phantasm, one of the greatest Batman movie stories. I'm not
Mhm.
even saying movie stories ever told. Let me ask you guys something.
Yeah.
Just before
After
we
the bomb and Phantom, yo.
before we vote, did you guys know about Chappelle before his show?
Yes.
Yes.
Me too, man. That shit was fucking awesome when I found out he was making the show back when
Yeah.
I was like middle school, I think it was. Yeah, that
Nope.
shit was sick.
I want to say I
Oh, man.
remember Chappelle from, I want to say it was his stand-up.
Half Baked. Half Baked was the first time I saw him.
I don't remember if I saw his stand-up first or his or Half Baked.
I saw his stand up after Half Baked. I thought he was awesome in Half Baked, and then I started looking him. Actually, fun fact: the whole inside joke that I had with Louis that you guys know about is just kind of like no one understands. Me and Louis had like this inside joke where we would try to prank each other, and when we
Yeah.
did, we'd say "Gotcha, bitch."
Okay.
That was a joke from it.
Half-Baked.
Yeah, gotcha, bitch.
I lie. It wasn't his stand-up. It was his character in Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Where he
shit!
played a stand-up.
Reg. There we go.
That's
Reggie.
yeah. That's where that I was like, man, I remember him doing stand-up, and it's like, oh no, it wasn't his stand-up special. It was him in Nutty Professor doing stand-up.
That's right.
But yeah.
All right. Voting time. I think
Voting time.
I got my decision.
Gus, you want to count us down?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Batman.
Batman.
Oh my heart.
I'm sorry, Gus. I'm sorry.
That's a tough one though, for real, because Chappelle
Sometimes you
is
just gotta put a
so
bitch down.
Chappelle is just so fucking good, but Batman, man, Batman did it right. Do you have a favorite Batman episode, Evan?
A favorite Batman episode. Oh man. It's hard because by saying a favorite Batman episode, you automatically rule out Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. I would say that probably okay, original series. I'm not gonna go to the new Batman Adventures. I would probably go. Shit.
Hold on, Mario. When he got Oprah pregnant. Gotcha, bitch.
That's right.
That's so good.
Oh man. Shit, bro. How do you pick a favorite? I love the Riddler. I do.
Oh, yeah.
But oh man, I think I would have to go Heart of Ice. Like that whole episode where they gave Mr. Freeze a backstory, and like the fact, you know, his wife was with this terminal illness, so he cryogenically froze her, and how everything he's been doing because he's trying to find a cure for his wife's disease. You know
Yeah,
that
he's not like what's it called? He's not like a bad person.
he just does bad things.
Right, but that's our
But
point.
that was
the
from that
TV
show.
show did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
TV
show did
show
that.
gave us that backstory.
Yeah.
That backstory, up until then, I think he was just Well, yeah, he's a mad scientist.
I'm
who
gonna
developed-
freeze the world. See, that's what I'm doing here. See, that's what he was. And then this shit made him like, I'm hurting, guys. And then Arnold came along and chill out, just ruined
out.
everything. Take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, how about you, Pedro? Favorite Batman episode?
Fuck, I was gonna go with it's one of the first. It might even be the first episode. One of my favorites was but I'm gonna change it to what you said because yeah, I forgot how fucking dope that was.
How
I really
good Heart of
liked.
Ice was?
I really liked the episode where I forget the name. Joker and Harley, where you see a lot of their dynamic, and I also
Okay.
like the first. I think it was the first episode with Harvey Dent before he was Two-Face and Poison Ivy. I love that episode.
Oh, that was another thing that show did great was the fact that like we're gonna introduce you to Harvey Dent from episode 1, so that halfway through the season when we turn him into Two-Face,
You care.
you care.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's so
There you
good.
So what do you guys think about this right here, that they need to make Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton as old Bruce Wayne?
It needs to happen.
I would totally be down for that.
It needs
Yep.
to happen.
I always thought like back in the day, like when they were talking about like, oh, they wanted to do Batman Dark Knight Returns. I always thought that like Clint Eastwood would have made a good old Batman.
Mm.
You know, the question is, do you think that I don't think Michael Keaton is old enough to play the Bruce Wayne from Batman Beyond?
Oh, you take
yeah.
away some of his makeup and let him just be him. Yeah, he's looking a little rough on the edges. Let him just look the way he looks naturally.
You know what? I would even say let's start it off with when Batman decides that he's gotten too old for it, that he's a little bit younger.
Sorry, go ahead.
And like you start off with Keaton as he looks now. You know, he's getting old. He can't do it anymore. He's decided to hang up the suit. And then when we meet him again later, maybe we use some makeup, we use some aging effects to make him look like an older person.
Yeah, they can totally do it.
Marco said a good one. His favorite episode was when Batman finally killed Clayface. He didn't kill him, but yeah, that was fucked up shit.
Well, that was another thing I loved about it, like because he was trying to save him throughout the entire thing, right?
Yeah, well, all of them. He's always trying to save everybody, but motherfuckers don't want to be saved, son.
Yeah,
gotcha, bitch.
But then, I mean, look, what I love is that like when you get to like Batman Superman Adventures and you get the whole the Batman Superman episode, like where they finally meet each other, and I love how like they do like Clark is in his apartment and all of a sudden like he looks out the window, he gets like a phone call from Batman and he looks out the window and Batman's like on a building across the way and he's like, I know who you are now, because like Superman had used his X-ray vision to look underneath the mask. Like it's just like there was such cool little moments that they did on that. Then there was like when you got the new Batman Adventures that they spun off Nightwing into his own character. You know, we got that cool costume for Nightwing that wound up inspiring the costume we would eventually get in the comics.
Yep.
You know, I mean, the animated series is responsible for so much.
That show did so much. It's hard to contend against that one. I love that show. But yeah, there you have it, folks. That's our list.
That is our list.
Second
Batman
place, very close to Batman, is Chappelle.
Oh.
I know.
Yep.
I think I'm talking bullshit. You wouldn't think otherwise if you saw Batman again. Chappelle is Chappelle for you.
Yeah.
It's like Always Sunny for me. But yeah, the Batman series. If people who actually watched it, it's like a thing. You either love it or you hate it. And the people who've actually seen it all the way through, it's hard to find someone who did not like it. You know what I mean? And the people who are like, I don't really care, it's because they didn't fully watch it. They probably saw an episode here or there, but they never saw all of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're cold as ice, Charlie Murphy.
Oh man,
that's one thing though. Chappelle's got one-liners up the dick, bro.
Oh yeah,
for days you could be saying one-liners all day.
Yep.
Batman don't got none of that shit.
No, it doesn't. Although they did kind of give Batman a little bit of a sense of humor in the animated series, which is, I think, A little bit. Like there's some like stuff like they've turned them into memes now. Like you go back and like you watch and like there's some like one-liners that come out of Batman. There's especially like the characters like Harley and Joker. You know,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
those characters they gave him all kinds of Alfred gets all kinds of like freaking burns in like they turned Alfred into a cool character on that show too. So it's like,
It's
oh,
just super.
remember the episode where like Alfred's old buddy shows up and they have to go after like a thing that they had tried to like destroy in World War II or whatever?
Fuck, I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah. Unless that was like later in the new Batman Superman Adventures.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen. I haven't seen the Batman show ever since they took it off Amazon Prime. That show was on Amazon Prime. I used to watch that shit religiously, but they took it off, so I haven't seen it since then. And
I have
I never saw it all the way through. I just would like pick up like my favorite episodes and just watch the episode.
I have them on DVD, so every
I
once in a
should
while
I should
I'll
actually
just,
buy that shit.
yeah. Every once in a while I'll just pull a box off the shelf and just like I'm gonna watch the entire season.
Marco
So
says the villains had a lot of one-liners. I can't
yeah,
remember any of them.
I could picture the Joker having a lot of one-liners.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely played it up with the Joker.
Mhm.
But man, they did that show so well, and they did. Like, I'm not gonna say that show doesn't have any duds because you know every show's got a few duds. But even the duds are good. You know, just like with Chappelle's show, even the sketches that weren't like as funny were still funny.
Yeah.
Joe
Definitely.
I'm with Joe Rogan in New York, and we're looking for perfect New York boobs. Oh man. But that's
Man,
I think that ends the tournament for us.
our first annual WAFS tournament, baby.
Yeah. Which I don't know, man. I'm kind of playing with the idea. Maybe we should do this as semi-annual. I like this format,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know. We can't do it too much.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of things to
Yeah.
compete against each other.
I mean, because what I'm thinking, I mean, we can do a television tournament, a video game tournament, movie tournament, and spread them out throughout the year. Um, or we can just wait till next year and then change what it is. So we definitely want you guys to let us know. Do you want us to do TV again? And we'll explain. And so here's the plan. The plan is that we will open up nominations for each category. We will allow you guys to add shows, and we will. No, Chris, we won't be doing that one. Unless you want to pay for the episode, Chris. If you want to sponsor us for that series,
Yeah, then we'll be glad to.
Mario says, "Can we do a Marvel one just based on the Netflix Marvel series alone?" I don't know that we would do that as a tournament.
Yeah, I think that would go by real quick. It's called Daredevil.
Yeah.
But also just the fact that I think there was only 5 titles in total on that. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
disqualify the Defenders, right? That doesn't count because it's got all the characters in it.
It's true.
True
So
that,
you,
true that.
we're
Or you
talking
could
about
just count it as its own show. Because Defenders did Iron Fist and Danny Rand way better than Danny Rand and Iron Fist did. Because he, in his own show, was trash.
true.
True that.
But I mean, we can definitely do an episode about the Marvel Netflix series.
Oh, for sure.
In fact, if there's not a ton of news, maybe that'll be our next episode.
About it.
Yeah. So Mario, yes, thank you for the idea. I think that'll be maybe our next episode. Will be Marvel Netflix, which means that I got to finish watching Jessica Jones.
Oh shit, that's right. There's one whole season I just did not care for.
How am I the only one that's watched the whole thing?
I don't know.
You know what,
When they canceled the show, I just felt like there's no reason to watch it. Like,
and
why
to
am I
be
gonna get
honest,
invested?
I only saw season 1 because after season 1, I super hated season 1 until the Purple Man got going with like his storyline. Season 2, I never even bothered to watch it, and then like Pedro says, once they canceled it, I was like, well, I don't know if I even want to go back and finish it.
Yep.
But I think now I may have a reason to.
There you go.
So definitely.
Let me just ask one thing: is Hellcat in season 3 of Jessica Jones? That's a no. That's right. There's a no. Yeah, so I don't care.
Um,
That was what I was most hyped for in the end of season 2. The whole shit. I don't want to ruin it for
Yeah.
Evan.
Louis is saying best Nickelodeon shows. And
No, he said shoes.
Shoes.
The
oh,
ones from Payless were pretty dope.
well, but then he said, haha, I mean shows. So, best anime. That's not gonna be a hard one for me because I think I've
No,
only ever
Dragon Ball Z
seen,
would not win for me. If I had to choose, it would be Cowboy Bebop. Easy.
Well, I just said like the number of anime shows that I've watched. I think I can count on one hand.
I can count on one finger.
You've only seen Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
For reals? Damn, man. I guess I'm the
Yeah.
only one here. I'm the only weeboo here.
I mean, if I'm choosing between Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, and Sword Art Online, I think I'm picking One Punch Man.
One Punch is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
no
no,
Dragon Ball
I
Z.
started watching One Punch Man and I couldn't get into it. I thought it was whack.
Really? You didn't realize that it was a comedy?
No, I knew it was a comedy. I was just
Oh.
like, oh, this is not funny to me.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, give it another shot. Trust me, it is funny.
I thought it was
Maybe.
hilarious.
Yeah, that show is really funny.
Yeah, there's so many animes, Mario. It's just that it was never in my wheelhouse.
It's not
Yeah.
about the how many exist, it's about how many collectively we've seen. Because I think collectively I've seen like 10 or 12, and then with all of us it's probably 15.
Yeah. Like the plan is to do an NCAA style bracket where we have like 64 things at the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just like we did with this one. So, I know we got a lot of complaints about the game show category.
yeah.
So I think definitely we'll wind up changing the categories.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
then
we do TV again.
yeah, and I think what maybe we'll do is we'll keep it to live action and we'll eliminate all animated,
Okay.
and we'll maybe do
We
you
could
know,
actually do two. We could do a cartoon / anime. Then we could incorporate anime into it, and there's plenty of cartoon shows because we didn't have anything from Nickelodeon except for Ren and Stimpy on the bracket. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then we could just get the game show out of the way and just make TV series in general, not just dramas and comedies, just in general. And then right there we have like a bunch of we have sketch comedy, we have dramas, we have fucking comedies, we have everything. You know what I mean?
Well, I was thinking if you're gonna go category wise, you would go and maybe we should save this for maybe we should end the show and talk about this off the air.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking about that right now.
Nobody wants to hear us brainstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely keep the ideas coming, guys. Chris Hahn says a tournament of animals, so start watching as much Nat Geo as possible. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Chris.
Hold on. I actually love that idea. It's like the most fourth grade argument I do. But for real, bro, who would win in a fight?
Listen,
A fucking T-Rex or a gorilla? Let's
I'm
be
gonna
real.
tell you right now. I think the winner for coolest animal is got to be the octopus.
You just like it because it has puss in the name.
No, that would be the reason you would probably like it. I can we agree that the octopus is like an alien from another planet that just happens to live here? Because
For sure.
I mean, first of all, its intelligence level is amazing.
Why does it look like that?
Well, I don't know why it looks like that. It's
Animal
just,
Crossing taught me that they're from the same family as the slug and the snail.
listen, all
Isn't
I
that
know
wild?
is they're supposedly
Yeah.
smart as shit,
And all
and
three
they're
of them,
escape artists.
all of them are from the same planet, not Earth. And the slugs and snails were its concubines. You didn't know that. I
No, I
just told you
didn't.
something.
Fucking learning on WAFS podcast. That's how we do it here.
Yeah, but definitely, we've got a year until the next tournament,
Yep.
which means we got about 10
Well,
months.
Little less than a year because we want to start like
Yeah,
conferences first,
well,
and
we-
then everything narrows down into the tournament.
Yeah, and we definitely want to do this and have this for March next year instead of April.
Yeah,
Next year we want to do an actual March Madness tournament.
exactly. So we'll probably start around December.
Yeah, December, I think. So keep an eye. If you're not in the group, join the group, guys. The group's always on fire. There's always people posting. That's where everything goes down. All of you who have asked of like how was seating determined and all of that was determined in the group.
Yeah.
We made posts in the group. We added the names, and people voted.
Mhm.
Chris Hahn
Yo,
says,
no lie, I am loving this idea of the animals. I'm just reading the chat. These guys are going ham, bro. I like it.
Did you see Chris Hahn's 4 categories?
Yeah, air, land, sea, and mist.
Here we go.
Oh,
There you go.
man.
Next year's tournament is already.
Unicorn's
go.
gonna win
Going down.
because they're actually demonic creatures.
Chris Hahn is gonna be our fucking host.
We're
next
bringing.
year
I
for
think
this
Chris Hahn
tournament,
will be on the
Yeah,
show.
we
for
need
that.
him. We got to bring him on to fucking brainstorm this whole fucking tournament.
100%.
Yeah,
Get
Let
him
me
nice
tell
and
you,
high,
if-
and then let him just come up with the rules and shit.
yeah. Listen, if that is not the 2021 tournament, it's definitely the 2022.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Again, thanks for everybody who joined in on the chat.
Yep.
You know, gave us some feedback, kept the conversation going.
Yeah.
If you guys like the show, pass it on to your friends,
Mhm.
like Herps. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Oh, that was another good sketch on SNL this week. Was people who have been in like isolation, so they do like a dating show, and all the women are just like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care. I'll hook up with them. Let's go.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, what's your name? I'm Greg. I don't have a job. I live at home with my mom. All these like terrible things. Like, yeah, no, I'm down. Whatever. Sure.
I'm down. Let me smash. Oh man, but thank you guys. Thank you, Chris, for making us laugh. And we'll catch you guys later.
All right.
All right.
Take care, guys.